What's up, guys? Today I have another Mr. Tacklebox unboxing for you. It is the month of September. I know this is very late. I screwed up my order for this month, so it came in like I think 12 days late. Yeah, they normally come in around the 10th, so I kind of screwed that up. This is another Bass Pro box. I switched it from the inshore saltwater to bass because I'm probably not going to be going down to the shore at all for the rest of the year until next year, I guess. But I will be going bass fishing probably, so I decided to switch over to the bass box. I want to make this kind of short, so let's just get into the unboxing. Alright guys, this time I came prepared, so I brought a knife. Okay, got it. Yeah, this is this one's box. Looks like we got some interesting lures. I was confident about completing a slam, but not so much anymore. There's the card. So let's take a look at what's in here. To start, we have the Hunch by Ketchco, Dogma 6 Sense Lures, Popping Frog by Lunker Hunt, Ultimate Strike Minnow by B8 Lab, J-Bug by V&M Baits, Kraken Popper by Lunker Hunt, and Megabyte Worm Hook. All in here. Alright guys, let's start with the Ketchco Hunch. This is a jerkbait style lure. I've already seen it on others unboxings. This retails for $8.29. Let's see if we can pull it out of here. Yeah, here we are. Ooh, this comes in a nice little wrapper. So this is a jerkbait, obviously by the name. It has a really nice hunched back, and this will allow for a really nice wide wobbling motion when you move it through the water. That's really cool. I'll take it out and I'll show it to the camera. Alright guys, so according to the package, this is a suspending jerkbait. It dives 4 to 6 feet, a nice steep lip, and yeah, this thing really does have a hunched back, and it's actually a really small lure too. This is a small jerkbait style lure, which is actually kind of perfect for fall when these bass are sort of, well, up here in Pennsylvania at least, when it gets cold. These fish aren't going to be hunting for giant stuff. They're going to be hunting for stuff that's going to like quench their hunger. So this is really nice. It has visible rattles inside of it. Rattles kind of nicely. Nice hooks. So yeah, this fish will this lure will definitely catch some fish for me this fall. Next thing is the Dogma by 6 Sense Lures, and it retails for $9.99, $10 lures, and I already know what it is. Oh my god, this is huge. Alright, this is a huge walking topwater bait. This is almost double the size of it. Not double. This is like way bigger than the normal size spook, though. Again, this is made by Custom Lures. This thing is 155 millimeters. It weighs 3/4 of an ounce, and it is a topwater lure, like it says. It's yeah. So I'm gonna take it out and show it to you. Oh, and it's in baby shad. Well, guys, here is the Lunker Hunt Dogma. This is a huge topwater bait. Like, here, I'll show it to you in my hand, dude. This thing is huge. This thing is an almost 6-inch lure. Like, that's a huge topwater. And I know some of you people who regularly fish for bass are like, oh, that's normal size. Yeah, no, I've never used anything nearly this big. I've used a spook before, but the spook is only like this big. So this thing dwarfs that. This is a big lure. It's heavy too. So I'm gonna need to throw this on heavy braid probably. It's got nice rattles though. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch any bass on this. Maybe a muskie. I could probably get a muskie to strike at this. But I know I could definitely catch a fish on that. But this is definitely going to be questionable. What makes me feel a little bit better about completing a slam for this is the Lunker Hunt Popping Frog. And that is right on top here. And this is actually one of the smaller versions. They come in 2 sizes. And then this is one of the smaller ones. This is in a black and white color. I've never really seen that before. It doesn't really match the color of frogs down here, but it should still work well. It's a cool lure. I'll take this one out as well and show it to you. And like I said, that thing retailed for $7.99. Alright guys, so here's the Lunker Hunt Popping Frog. Now this is a very small frog. Like, this is probably the smallest size they sell. Like, dude, it's not even past the first joint on my, or the second joint on my finger. That's small. The normal frogs I use are probably about this big. They're like this, and then this popping frog's tiny. But that's actually really good because a lot of the bass around here are so pressured that they won't hit topwater almost at all, and they kind of short strike it. And this small frog is perfect because when these fish want it, dude, they'll crush it, and there's no way that this thing is getting away. And this is also a popping frog. I've never really used a popping frog before. I have used the regular walking frogs, but This thing is really nice. I can't wait to use this. I can't use this on 65-pound braid though. I'll probably use this on like 15-pound mono. The next thing we have is the Ultimate Strike Minnow by Bait Lab. This retails for $6.20. Let's I'm assuming this is. Oh, it's another one from Norton. Okay, never mind. Where are you? Oh, here it is. It's a soft plastic. Holy crap! That's another huge soft plastic. Okay. Yeah. This is a pack. I'm assuming this is made by Japanese. Yeah, this is probably a Japanese lure as well. Don't really know, but this is a Kitech style swim bait. You can Texas rig this, put it on a jig head, put it on a chatterbait, and yeah, this is basically, like I said, it's like a Kitech. It's got extreme squid scent, just like a Kitech. I'll take one of these out as well and show it to you. These things are pretty cool. Might be hard to catch a fish on it though. So here is the lure. It is a minnow and a minnow style paddle tail lure combined with a Kitech with the squid scent and everything. Surprisingly, it's not oily at all, but it is very strong scented. So this thing, it's not as good of an action as a Kitech, but it does have nice side to side motion. For sure. It's kind of a hard soft plastic. It's not very soft, so that's good. It's gonna be durable, which it does give less action, but that should be no problem at all. Alright guys, the next thing we have is the Kraken Popper by Unker. That retails for $3.99, and I already saw that. It's right here. So we have another Unker lure in here. This is just a popper style lure. It's got a really fat build to it. Chartreuse tail, chartreuse body, sort of like a. I'm not even sure what pattern this is supposed to mimic of a fish. I don't know, bass maybe, I'm not sure. But this will be the first popper I own. I don't really fish with poppers at all. So this should be interesting, but I've always wanted to get one and use them for smallies, so this thing should work well for them. Bug by V&M Baits. That retails for $3.75. Let's find it. Oh, wow, there it is. So hard to find. Here we are. Okay, so as you can tell straight out of the package, this is a creature style bait. It's in watermelon red, and obviously it wins tournaments, so you have to use it. But it is green colored lure, nice little creature bait style. Alright guys, here's what it looks like. It is just a creature bait style lure, but it's got super huge curly tails on the back of it, and it's got curly tails on here. But if I were punching, I'd obviously rip off the side fins, you could say, right off here for a better punching action. But I'm probably going to end up just Texas rigging this, throwing it in between trees, stuff like that, hoping for a big old slaunch bass to chomp on this. Smells nice too, a lot better than that over there. Alright guys, the next thing we have is the Kraken Popper by Unker. That retails for $3.99, and I already saw that. It's right here. So we have another Unker lure in here. This is just a popper style lure. It's got a really fat build to it. Chartreuse tail, chartreuse body, sort of like a. I'm not even sure what pattern this is supposed to mimic of a fish. I don't know, bass maybe, I'm not sure. But this will be the first popper I own. I don't really fish with poppers at all. So this should be interesting, but I've always wanted to get one and use them for smallies, so this thing should work well for them. Kraken, this is probably coming in a ton of boxes before, because I've seen this in a ton of different Mr. Tackle Box unboxings. But this thing has a solid build to it. It feels really durable. The paint, it's not like a glossy paint on it at all. It's actually more of a dull, which kind of makes it more realistic. I mean, sort of, I guess. Nice hooks on it. Like I said, chartreuse tail on the back. Nice rattles. Nice little chugger on the tip. So this thing will give it off a nice chugging action. I can't wait to put this to work on some nice smallies. Which retails for $4.49, and this is by Mustad. It is right here, and of course we get a little bit less than the packs normally sell for, but these are size 1. Wow, these are small. These are size 1 offset megabyte hooks, I guess. More like it's actually a mixture between an EWG and a worm hook, I guess. And I'm going to rig those up on this. I'm going to rig them up on that, and that should be it, because those are the only style plastics. So these are nice looking hooks. I'm not really going to take one out, because you can obviously see them. Don't really need to explain more than that you can already see. So these things look nice and sharp. gonna do nicely with those, like I said. Here's just a quick overview of everything we have. The first thing we had was the the hunch, which is that little jerkbait that I know I'm gonna catch fish on, whether it be a trout, whether it be a crappie, walleye, smallie, chain pickerel, whatever. Then there's this lure, which actually I've been thinking I'm probably gonna use this for striped bass instead, because I mean, I know a bass would hit this, but this thing is just freaking huge. I don't know if anything around here will be stupid enough to hit that. We'll see. We'll have to see though. You know, it might be useful. Definitely for striped bass though. I know that. The next thing we had was the lunker hunt popping frog, little tiny frog, which is perfect for my area. The next thing we had was the Bait Lab Ultimate Strike Baits, the swim bait, paddle tail style lure that I can Texas rig, put on a jig head, etc. with the extreme said squid scent. Next thing we had was the V&M baits. This was the J-Bug, nice creature style bait that I'm going to put on some jigs and put on these hooks as well. Then the next we had was the Lunker Hunt Kraken, which is this awesome little popper that we're going to destroy smallies with. And the last thing we had was the Mustad hooks. That's pretty cool. Alright guys, that concludes this unboxing. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was a little bit short, but I kind of want to cut it short because I know these unboxings don't get as much love on my channel as they should. So that pretty much concludes this. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later.